What is up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast where I have no idea what I'm going to be talking about until 5 seconds before I hit record. This is episode 9. So this is our first episode on the new uploading schedule. If you saw Saturday's episode, if you listened to Saturday's episode, you know that our new schedule is going to be Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And if you gradually went over to the YouTube channel, which we do have now, the schedule over there will be a day after each episode is posted on Spotify, iTunes, Google, and Anchor. So that means the YouTube schedule is Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. So now we have a YouTube channel. If you guys would do me the nice kind favor and go over to YouTube and show some love to the channel. Overload hosted by Kendralis. That would be amazing and that'd be great. And I'll be joining the Overload family. What is going on, guys? What is good to the OG listeners? If you're a returning listener, I thank you tremendously in everything and supporting this podcast, because right now you're listening to a 17-year-old nobody from Connecticut, and it means a lot to me for you to take time out of your day, whether it's 2 minutes, 3, 4, 5, 10 minutes, to listen to my podcast. This episode is going to be about staying true to you and being yourself. If you're an adult listening, well, hey, I'm a 17-year-old telling you, stay true to yourself. In this world, I feel like everybody, including myself, especially teenagers, but it also includes adults, can get caught up in life, and whether it's a new environment they go into or it's something that they're not used to, we can all tend to change our thinking just to please other people. And I don't think that is the right thing to do, because we were all put on this earth to be different. That was my phone that just went off. I'm going to silence that as I talk. We were all put on this earth to be different. So why would we change how we are to be like somebody else, or just to be somebody we're completely not, to please somebody else? And I think that's something in this world that a lot of people need to learn, especially teenagers and kids, but some adults do too, because I've seen it with my own eyes, where they'll enter an environment and it's a whole 180 flip when you know that's not them. It's kind of like, I think anybody can relate to this. Your mother will be screaming at you and the phone will ring and she becomes the nicest lady anybody will ever meet, but you look at her no. I feel like everybody should just stay true to themselves, and if people don't like who you are, that's their loss, that's their problem, because if they can accept you for who you are, it's on them, and you're better off without them in your life. And I think that this could even go for a job. We all tend to change who we are in front of bosses, co-workers, and I don't think that's right. I think that we should all be ourselves from the start, and if they don't like who you are from the start, to hell with them, because you're you, and you being you is amazing. Everybody was put on this earth to be themselves. Everybody was put on this earth to be different, and everybody was put on this earth to make a difference. And I'm going to switch gears a little bit here, but it's still going to have to do with being yourself and believing in yourself. We were all put on this earth for a reason. You have a purpose on earth, and I feel like this can go to an adult who also feels like they're kind of stuck in a slump. At 17, I feel that same way. I'm only a junior in high school, and I feel that same way at times, where it's like, I don't think I'm going to do anything in this life. I don't want to end up like a lot of people I know. I want to make it in life, and I want to be successful, but you do feel like it's not going to happen. And yes, I'm a 17-year-old having those thoughts, and I feel like if 17-year-olds aren't having those thoughts, you need to start having them, because you're gonna enter the lion's mouth quicker than you think. So we were all put on this earth for a reason, and like I said, this can go towards an adult as well, because we all have thoughts that aren't always the best, and it's the simple fact that you were put here to make somebody's life better in some which way. We all have the days where we want to jump off of a cliff, but we were all put on this earth to make somebody's day, life better, or even our own. Because sometimes we have to learn to be there for ourselves when we need ourselves. I'm going to go into a story real quick. Back in November, I lost my best friend. I did. And it put me in a slump. I mean, he was my best friend. I lost him. It put me in a slump. And I mean, lost him as in he died. And it put me in a slump. I keep saying it put me in a slump. I know, but it did. And I, at that time, learned, I was 16 at the time, I learned to be there for myself. Because during this whole time of losing him and struggling with it, for me, I was trying to be there for other people that I knew needed somebody to be there for them. When in reality, I needed to be there for myself. I needed to take a step back and kind of breathe and be by myself for a bit and kind of collect all my thoughts and coping around the fact that I had lost my best friend and I wasn't going to get him back. And I think that was something at 16 that I learned, and I'm happy that I learned it. I feel like, I don't think I could have learned it late, but part of me does feel like there is a sense of lateness to when I learned it. And when I did, I was able to take a step back and breathe and tell myself, you can't be there for them. You need to be there for yourself. And that's what I was. And now, having been 10 months since he's died, I'm doing a lot better. And I had a couple of people help me during this when I finally figured out, like, hey, you need to kind of step back and be there for yourself. When I figured that out, I did start talking to people, and I had people to talk to during the whole thing. But that is my point behind it. We are all put on this earth to be there for not be there for somebody, because I don't feel like everybody should think that they need to be there for this person. We were put on this earth to make somebody smile. Little do you know it, but there is somebody out there every day that they either hear your name, you cross their mind, or you're having a conversation with them, and you make them smile. And I actually, myself, didn't learn this till this Thursday. I was talking with somebody, and they just look at me, and they go, you bring this smile to my face. And that warmed my heart personally. And it was like, that's an awesome feeling. So I genuinely want everybody out there to know that you are put here for a reason. This is coming from a 17-year-old who can realize this. So if you're 20, 30, 40, 50 listening to this and you haven't realized this, you should. You really should. That you are put on this earth for a reason. Believe in yourself and stay true to you, because you're one of a kind. And like I said, you're meant to be here for something. Like I said, whether it's to put a smile on somebody, not even whether if it is, you do. You don't know it. I'm pretty sure you don't know it. I didn't know it till Friday. I said Thursday. Last Thursday, because by the time you listen to this, it'll be Tuesday, but last Thursday, I didn't know it till then. And you're put on this earth to make somebody smile. Whether you know it or not, every second, somebody thinks of you. Anybody who knows you probably just thought about you and smiled. You come up in a conversation, they smile. Or you're talking to them and they smile. Because they're talking to you. So I want everybody listening to this to know that you are worth it. You are you are beautiful. You are every good word in the book. Stay true to you, believe in yourself, and don't change for anybody. Because if somebody's out there saying that they care for you and they want you to change to please them, they don't care. They're not worth it, and you should probably cut them out of your life, to be completely honest. So that is where I'm going to end this episode. I like making a little bit of motivational and more positive episodes, and this was one of them. And I hope that anybody listening to this can take something out of it, because that's what I do this for. So thank you guys so much for listening. Tune in on Thursday for episode 10. We're hitting double digits. This has been Overload, hosted by Kendralis, and I will see you guys on Thursday. And if you are listening from YouTube, I will see you on Friday. Bye, guys.